Hello guys and welcome to the Your Friend Dan podcast. I'm very excited to get started. I'm not even sure what I'm doing with this show, but I'm here, so let's do it. I really want to show you guys more of my genuine personality. I feel like on TikTok I kind of have to be a certain way and post certain kinds of videos for things to do well, you know? And honestly, I feel like I'm a lot funnier in real life. I know I wrote in the show description that like people have said that, but like not one person has ever said that to me before, but I really feel like it's true. I've even had like long-term friends of mine that really don't like my videos online, which is, you know, fine, they're honest, but they will pee themselves laughing when I just am my normal self in real life. And also I feel like being more genuine is more beneficial in the long run, doing social media. Like, yeah, of course, making those videos are fun. I love to do them. It's just not me. And I've had to think about me a lot recently. I just went through a breakup. It happened like a little over a week ago. And I'm thinking like, how am I putting myself out into the universe? Because, you know, not that I'm ready yet or will be anytime soon, but like in the future, if I ever wanted to have another girlfriend again and they just like scroll through my social media and they see this version of me that isn't me, like that just doesn't feel right. And I'm not gonna talk much about the breakup, at least in this episode. I definitely need more time to process it, and I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to discuss it because I don't want to make, you know, I don't want to hurt anyone. There's no way I can tell the full story without it hurting my ex-girlfriend. It's unfortunate what happened, but I don't want to put her on blast, you know? I still care about her and I care about her well-being, and I wouldn't want, like, if this, you know, podcast does do well, which I really hope it does, I wouldn't want there to be like an army of people attacking her. It's weird. I actually feel awkward right now doing this. I don't know why. I did talk radio for a couple of years in college. I guess I'm used to just having a script and just, you know, reading from it and acting like a fool. But now I'm thinking about it, like in real life, when I'm with people, I'm able to carry a conversation just fine. But now sitting in front of a camera, just making up stuff as I go along, it feels a little different. It feels odd. But I'm really excited to start this podcast. I think it's going to be really good for me. I think it's going to be very beneficial for me, especially during this time where I'm processing and trying to move on from my 4.5-year long relationship. And I think you guys are going to get a kick out of it. I really do. Like, I feel like the topics, the ideas I already have planned going on, I feel like you guys are going to have a good time with it. My second goal with this podcast, besides, you know, kind of trying to show people a different side of me, is to get more connected with you guys, feel more connected with you guys, when you guys feel more connected with me. That's why it's called Your Friend Dan, because I want this podcast to feel like you're having a, I guess, one-sided conversation with a friend. And I think I'm a pretty good friend. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I may be one of the greatest friends you'll ever have in your life. I don't know. Maybe. So let's get into the reason why this episode is titled, Everyone Thinks I'm Gay. So while I was thinking about how I really have to rebrand myself, work on myself, and, you know, like I want to lose weight, I want to just become the best person I can possibly be for my next future partner, girlfriend. When I say partner, then people are going to think I'm gay. I was thinking about how in the history of my life, a lot of my relationships started out, pretty much all of them, started out where the girl thought I was gay and we developed a friendship, and then it ended up turning into something more than that when they finally believed me when I told them I wasn't. But this is something I've gotten throughout my entire life, even as early, I believe, even as kindergarten. And back then, it really was, it was not in a positive way. It was, you know, like nowadays, like when people think I'm gay, it's like they think of me highly. They think of me like in a nicer way, you know? But when I was a child, it was very much like, ew, you're gay. And it's like, well, I might be gross, but I'm not gay. And I would be so hurt by it. I would literally think about it all the time. I didn't even know what anxiety was as a child, but I definitely was very anxious about every interaction that I'd have with people. So I'm like, they're just gonna think I'm gay, which at that time equated to they're gonna not like me. And on top of that, I mean, I was a very feminine kid. I'm still, you know, not the most masculine adult, but I was a feminine child. I was also very, very, very annoying, high-pitched, getting in your face, you know, just not understanding personal boundaries, just very embarrassing to look back on. And I'd say the worst of it was probably in middle school. I really only had one friend in middle school. If you're watching right now, shout out to you, Daniela. And I had other friends, but like for the most part, it didn't feel like we were close at all. I was really annoying. And not that I'm not annoying now, but I was very, very, very annoying in middle school. I have no idea how I didn't get beat up. I was really saved by that. I mean, I literally, there were so many times where someone could have just like punched my stupid face, and I would have been really upset about it at the time. But in this current time, I would look back on it and be like, okay, that makes sense why they punched me and like bashed my head in a locker or something. And also when I was younger, especially I would say towards like 8th grade and definitely 9th grade, I was just so angry at the world. And one of the reasons primarily was because I wanted to be myself, and I just felt like me trying to be myself, I just was just judged by everyone so harshly. And I think I took it out on the people that were the nicest to me, or actually did treat me relatively well. And I just had a lot of rage. I had a lot of other issues besides that, but maybe we'll save that for another episode. I felt like no one was believing me. Like when I would say I wasn't gay, or they would still dislike me, or just, it was a lot of years of people just not treating me the best because of how I behaved. I've talked to someone who actually is gay that I knew very well about this, and he had a very similar experience, and so I understand. And it's a little bit different with boys and girls. I'm I can't speak for women because I'm not one. I can only relate to gay men, I guess, on this that were in middle school and elementary school with me, because they were more feminine like, and they were also treated not the greatest. I just ended up not being into men. It's like, how many times in this one podcast am I gonna say I'm not into men? It's like, the more I say it, you'll finally believe me, right? So by the time 9th grade came along, yeah, I was a psycho. I had to get through some issues, and then I got through most of my rage. I still wasn't perfect after high school, or after 9th grade, I should say. But during high school, I kind of realized something about this whole gay thing. I would remember hearing about all these stories where guys would pretend to be gay in order to get into the girls' sleepover and, like, I don't know, watch them change or watch them sleep or something. I don't know what they would do, but I was thinking, like, this is a way I could benefit from this. I realized that all I needed to do was, like, get close to, like, a really pretty girl that I had a crush on and become friends with them. They are going to think I'm gay, just like everyone else does. So it'll be easier. In a way, it helps because I didn't have that nerve of, like, they're going to think I like them, so they're not going to be my friend. We're not going to be able to get close. And it would work. So we'd get close, then they would think I'm gay, and then I'm like, no, I'm not, and I'll tell them I like them, and most of the time it worked out. Sometimes it didn't, but at least it was a way of trying, too. Like, that is also, like, a very helpful way to just build self-confidence, to just put yourself out there and try to, just talk to a girl and tell her what you feel, and even if it's rejected, it's not the end of the world. You move on, and I never took things like that too hard, even in my youth. Like, if I was ever rejected by a girl, I never took it too hard. And of course, they want to stay friends with you, and, now looking back on it, I don't regret it, but I wouldn't do that now. It's kind of a mistake if you have, like, feelings for someone and then they don't want to be with you and then you stay friends. Like, that's just kind of like a huge mistake. You just end up, like, being stuck in it. Like, my last ex-girlfriend, oh, it was so bad. I think we broke up in, like, April or May, and I just kept trying to get back together until December, where it's like all she really wanted to do was be my friend, and all I wanted to do was get married and have, like, 17 babies, but it didn't work out like that, unfortunately. So, like, now that I'm single, I am thinking about this all over again. And I was in a relationship for 4.5 years. I was 19 when I started this relationship. So, and I'm 24 now. So it's like, I don't even know what tactics to use. And it's probably something I shouldn't worry about too much right now because I'm definitely not ready for that. But it would be nice to, like, talk to girls and see where it goes. But I don't know. I don't know if I would even be anywhere near mentally ready, but I don't know. I don't think making a friend would be such a bad thing. And I'll keep you guys updated. If the next girl that I talk to or like thinks I'm gay and I potentially have feelings for her or whatever, I will let you guys know. Hopefully she won't be watching this. It'll be kind of hard. When I was 19 and I started dating, or before that when I was in college and just doing naughty things, I didn't have so much of a social media reputation. I didn't have this. I started doing this while I was in my last relationship that I was in, that just ended a week ago. So I don't even know how that's going to play into it. I'm really nervous about that, to be honest. Like I said before, I don't want this girl to, like, find me online and, like, scroll through my videos and be like, oh my God, I can't bring this back home to my dad or my mom. I don't want them to be embarrassed of me. I don't want my friends to see me with this person that's like texting random numbers. Oh my God, my mommy left me alone in a bedroom for 7 weeks. Oh my God. I understand. Like, you know, there's probably some of you listening right now that'll be like, so what? Who cares? Like, you know, that girl wouldn't be right for you anyway. But I understand that. You know, you want to have a partner that you'd feel comfortable bringing around people. And obviously, I don't behave like that in real life. There's a lot of things I'm going to have to do in order to get a new partner. I keep saying partner. Everyone thinks I'm gay, including my audience. But you could say partner if in a straight relationship, right? You just typically don't. You say it when whatever. I'm really bad at this. I can't believe how bad at this. I don't know if I'm going to cut this part out or not, but I'm literally stopping every 5 seconds to just remember what I was saying and continue my thought. It's just not working. I'm going to have to do a lot of things to improve on myself. I need to go through a large weight loss process. I gained I always tell people 100 pounds, and it wasn't 100 pounds. At my lowest, like when I first started dating my last relationship when I was 19, I was about 140 something pounds, and towards the end of this relationship, I became 220 pounds. I did lose a little weight already, though. You can't really see it on me. And I just actually weighed myself today, and I'm 205. I lost some weight because I was doing, I don't even know if I should talk about what diet I was doing. I don't know if that's going to be a problem, but whatever. I'll tell you guys what I've been doing. Why not? Carnivore. And I know, you know, some people are going to have a problem with that because I'm not recommending anyone do it. Please do not do it unless you talk to a doctor. And yes, I didn't talk to a doctor, so like I'm not like a medical person. Like I can't give decent advice to you. For me, it was the greatest thing I've ever done. But don't listen to that and try it out. Carnivore is basically just like eating meat. I'll use a little sauce and cheese and stuff, but for the most part, it's just like a meat diet. And when I was doing carnivore consistently, I felt better than I've ever felt in my entire life. And I just started back. I stopped for a few weeks because my whole life was going to poop. I'm probably going to curse on here, but right now we're just going to say poop. My whole life was going to poop, and then it just all cultivated, I don't know if that's a word. It just all came together into this one massive, horrible thing that happened, which was my breakup, that I did not see coming. It was a complete blindside. So the last few weeks was pretty difficult. So I wasn't really so focused on my carnivore diet, but I just started back today. So I'm really excited about that. Had a steak. It was a little old and it really didn't taste that well. I broiled it. I need to always pan fry, but the thing about pan frying a steak, it just makes a mess everywhere and it gets really annoying to clean. But like it's probably worth it to do that so I can actually enjoy my meals. Oh yeah, and me checking in at 205 pounds today was actually what my weight was before I stopped a few weeks ago. I've never had that with a diet before. I've never went off of a diet for 3 weeks and I stayed the same weight. Never happened in my life. So I don't know if I should credit that to carnivore. I don't know. You guys do your own research on it, but please don't do it without medical help, okay? I just feel like it's the greatest thing I've ever done. It makes you feel very good. At first, you might feel a little like sluggish and you know, maybe a headache or something, and oh, the pooping. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's fun. I didn't have too much of an issue with the pooping because you're not having like a lot of fiber, so you're not able to poop so much. I was still, you know, going not every day, but often enough. One day I got a keto Chipotle bowl with a hot salsa, and that I almost didn't make it to the bathroom. I almost didn't make it to the bathroom. Yeah, that was bad. But I did make it. Thank God. Yeah, you ever have those moments, guys? So yeah, I need to really work on myself. There's a lot of things I need to work on, not just weight loss and creating an image on here to seduce my next lover, my next partner. Oh. I love hairy armpits and balls. Oh my God. I guess girls could have hairy armpits and girls could have balls. It's 2023. So that didn't necessarily mean I was a homosexual. I feel like if you have to explain it, it kind of seems like you're a homosexual. But it's okay. I know I'm not, right? Oh my God, imagine like 5 years from now, I just come out and I'm like, this whole time, and every single person's like, I freaking knew it. But the thing is, I'd have no reason to hide it if I was gay. My family would be very supportive of it. There would be no issue to do that. I like women. I've always liked women better, which is probably why a lot of people think I'm gay, is because typically My friends were always mostly women. I just didn't enjoy boys so much. Boys were mean to me as kids, so I naturally gravitated towards the girls. And it was great because I can go to the girls and be like, oh my god, your boyfriend called me like the F slur today. And the girl would be like, oh no, no, no. And they would like defend me. And in a way, I thought that was hot and I appreciated it. But yes, besides the weight loss and rebranding, I stopped drinking. I was drinking a lot and I don't really know why. Not quite as much as World of T-shirts. Thank God, it wasn't every day. It was probably about like 3 times a week and pretty heavy. And I think that's the reason why I gained so much weight, because I'm not a big eater, but I am so scared of, I don't want to say what it is, but you know what happens if you drink too much. I had a big fear of, things coming up, seeing the beer again, that I wanted to come out in a different direction. I don't know. I think you guys get it by now. I have such a large fear of it. So I would stuff my face before and stuff my face after, not even enjoy the food, taste the food. It was just a way to prevent myself from getting sick. So I haven't been drinking now, which has been really good, especially going through the breakup, because I feel like I did try drinking in the beginning of when this happened, and it just did not mix well with me. I didn't feel better. I would start a day feeling like, okay, I can handle this day. I can do this day. And then I'll be like, okay, let's have a beer. Let me feel better. And it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. So it would make me feel worse. So for now it is working out, but for long term, I need to not drink, not just to lose weight, but to be healthier, mentally and physically. I feel like I'm talking a lot about like my visual appearance. Like I also want to, I'm going to get beard trims. I don't know how to trim my own beard. I've tried a gazillion times. I always mess it up. I don't know how to do it myself. I'm going to have to go to the barber often, which is fine. I'm going to get a haircut, a beard trim soon, and focus on improving my looks. I know you guys are going to be like, and I understand, a lot of you guys are going to be like, why are you so focused on your looks when it comes to finding a new mate? And the harsh reality is it matters. It does matter. I wish it didn't matter, but it does matter. Like, I want to be able to attract a person that has the same values as me, and if they were to like me, because of my personality, but then they didn't like me because of how I looked, like, that would suck. So I want to improve that. When I was younger, especially in my later high school years, I was really thin, and a lot of girls were into me, and it was fun. I had a great time. They all thought I was gay at first, but it was great. I don't necessarily want to go back to, just being with a bunch of different girls. I don't want that. I want to find like a true love, and I don't want anything to prevent that. And also, it is for health. Like, I want to be healthy and I want to feel good. My self-confidence was so destroyed by this breakup that I need to do anything I can to repair that. I hope I'm explaining it well, and that I don't sound too vain, but I really shouldn't sound that vain. I'm right now over 200 pounds, and I have the self-confidence level of like a prepubescent teenage girl. I never take care of this. I don't do anything to this. Okay, nothing. This is just it. I wake up and this is the beard, and it's gross. My now ex-girlfriend loved the beard, and it's actually kind of the reason why I had it in the first place. But then on top of that, online, like on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, I just became known for the beard. So it became how people recognize me. When I would shave my beard off, my video views would go down. So now psychologically, I have to have all this hair on my face, and I hate it. I never liked having all this hair on my face. I would shave my face every day. I hated hair. I did it for my ex-girlfriend. I did it for algorithms, honestly. So I'm excited to start, taking care of it. I feel like since my face is larger, I need to have some hair on it. Whenever I've shaved it all the way off, I didn't like how my face looked. I'm really sorry if me talking about any of these things is triggering to anyone. I just want to be real and honest because, I'm your friend Dan. You're going to accept me for who I am, and I accept you for who you are. I understand talking about weight and sexuality and all this stuff might be difficult for some people to hear, but I hope that some of it made you laugh. It made me laugh even just thinking about it and talking about it. And I really am sorry if anyone feels bad by the things I said. If you are someone that is larger, and you're happy with it, cool. I support that. I just am not happy about it in myself. I feel like if we're able to respect people who are larger, are fine with it, want to stay large, or they don't want to do anything to lose weight, and they're happy with that, and we, if we support that, I feel like in the reverse, when people are larger and do want to lose weight, it shouldn't be shunned upon. Like, whenever someone loses weight online, it just becomes all these things like, you're fatphobic, 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 you're fatphobic, you lost weight, But it's like, it is healthier to have less fat on you. I've been very skinny and I've been fat in my life. I felt better, not just emotionally, but physically when I was skinnier. It was nice when I was able to walk down the block without huffing and puffing and drenched in sweat. Actually, I was always drenched in sweat. I'm a hot person. Very hot. Even when I was skinny, I was very hot. There really just needs to be understanding and not judgment of people and their choices. I really do believe very, very, very strongly in the individual's choice of what to do with themselves. People shouldn't make people feel bad about wanting to improve themselves. And the definition that I'm saying of improve themselves, it's not something that's just a general definition of it. It's how someone wants to improve themselves, how they want to improve themselves. How, for me, I want to lose weight. So that does not make me fatphobic. It's about me. It's not about you. If you're happy with the way you are, you should be. You really should be. It's beautiful to feel good about yourself. And I don't feel good about myself right now. So I want to get to a place where I do. And that is not going to happen by me just being like, okay, I'm fat, now I'm happy, right? That's just not how it's going to work in my brain. It could work for someone else. It's not going to work for me. But yeah, so I can't wait to work on myself and get to a better place in my life. I can't believe my relationship's over. I don't know if I'm going to do like a bigger episode. I'm going to have to do an episode on breakups eventually. I mean, I wrote this, I said that I was doing a podcast on my Instagram, and the number one thing people asked me to talk about was breakups. And for the first episode, I didn't really want to make it about that. That's why I think this is a funnier topic to talk about. Everyone thinks I'm gay. But yeah, since it's fresh, I didn't want to do an episode of breakups yet. So in the future, I will. I'm excited to do it. But even when I do that episode, I'm not going to be too specific about my situation because I don't want it to start anything. I would want to do it to help other people. And if anything, I've been very, very strong through this. I have no idea where I got this strength from. I one of my biggest fears would have been losing my girlfriend. And then it just happened randomly. And at first, I obviously was distraught, but very quickly I was able to just say, you know what, I'm going to use this to better myself. Kind of like how I used everyone thinking I'm gay to get girls. And it worked. It worked really well. I will say in my life, I always took negative things and turned it into something positive. And I'm very proud of myself for that. Not many people can do that, and I've been able to accomplish so many things because of that. So you guys should definitely try that. It's awesome. Take something negative and say, hey, this is something I can't control. I can't control people thinking I'm gay. How can I use this to my advantage? And it works. You'll figure out a way that it could benefit your life. It could be something small, it could be something large, but I think there's always a way. I'm very excited to do more episodes of this podcast. I hope you guys laughed a little bit listening to this. If not, I promise it'll be funnier in future episodes. I'm just not in the greatest headspace right now, as you can imagine, about the, breakup situation, but I'm getting better and better with every minute, so I'm going to be even better in the near future. Yes, this is not the length of the episodes I would usually want it to be. Maybe it will be. I don't know. We'll see. I am just sticking to one topic, so maybe I should just keep it at this length for each episode. Maybe I'll do 2 episodes a week instead of 1. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. I'm just going to post this episode, see what people say, and then we're going to see. But I enjoyed this topic. I think it's really fun. Everyone thinking I'm gay is such a pivotal part of my life. It really is. It's something that factors into every single day of my life, and especially being on social media. I get comments every single day. I haven't missed a day yet with it. Every single day, someone asks if I'm gay. At least one person, could be hundreds, depending if a video does really well or not. So, and I don't mind. It's nice to be at a point now as an adult where it doesn't bother me at all. It should never have bothered me, but at the time, it was used as an insult. It was not something that was just a genuine curiosity. Now it's a genuine curiosity, and being gay is not a bad thing. It's just, and it makes me so sad that as a child, I associated it with such a bad thing, because it's not. Love is a beautiful thing, and I'm very excited to find love again. It really is amazing how many times I've been able to tie things up in this podcast, things I said before. Yeah, it's cool. I did talk radio for a couple of years. I know what I'm doing on a college radio, of course, the most popular. The show that I did in college on the radio, we did win Best Show Award, which was pretty cool. I forgot which year it was, probably 2019, which that was pretty cool. But I haven't done anything like this in a while, so I'm excited to just keep making these and get better at it. I really want to hear from you guys. What do you guys want me to talk about in the next episode? I might do a breakups episode, but if I don't, tell me what topic. It can be anything about life. It can be anxiety, blah, 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 depression. I don't have depression. I do have anxiety, so I don't know how much I could talk about depression, but it could be about social media, how I got started doing TikTok, or how I grew on TikTok, how I make money from stuff. I'm down to talk about anything. Let me know in the comments, and if you're listening to this on a podcast platform, write me 5 stars and write in the little comment thing what you'd want to hear from me next, talk about. I do think I bring an interesting perspective on stuff. I'm not going to always go along with what the popular opinion is. I'm going to be genuine. I feel like being genuine is more important, and I feel like that will help me with my ultimate goal of this podcast, which is to feel closer with my audience. I want my audience to feel closer with me, and I feel like you can tell when someone's not being genuine. I hope that from this podcast, from this episode, you can tell I'm being very genuine with what I think. I went on a whole fatphobic rant before, which could be considered controversial to some, but I don't care. I want to be honest. And also just want to say, because I don't want to get canceled, and I do mean this, I don't support fatphobia. I don't support people treating people bad because they're larger. They have, what's the politically correct way of saying it? What's larger? And you can't say fat, thicker politically correct. Being thicker. People should not be treated badly because of that. And if you're happy being a larger person, props to you. I support you. You should feel okay with other people wanting to lose weight. And unfortunately, a lot of what I've seen on the internet, it is just not like that, unfortunately. But anyway, I'm really sorry to go so negative. I'm going to try my best to keep as positive in these episodes, but I want it to be real. So I'm just going to be real and honest about what I'm thinking. Oh my God, imagine a month from now, I just turn into our HRH collection. And I was like, fatphobic! I kind of started before. Oh God, am I turning into her? Huh, oh well. All right, this was the first episode of Your Friend Dan. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. I'm really excited for this journey. I do love what I do online, but it hasn't been fulfilling to me in a while, and doing something like this, I feel like would be much more fulfilling. Just being able to talk to a camera with the microphone, and this is something that I really like to do. I'd rather just create content around life, things that go on in life scenarios, things that are affecting us every single day. Hard things. I've been through a lot of hard things in my life, and I've somehow made it through strong. And now I feel like I can handle anything. Knock on wood. Okay, I'm gonna have to knock on wood after this. I have a table here. It's fake wood. I need to knock on wood, so I can't have anything else bad happen to me. Please, God, no more bad things. I think I'm safe for now. I believe in yin yang. Yin yang, where it's like as much good as there is evil. I feel like so much bad stuff has happened to me recently that I'm due for something good. I love you guys. Thank you guys for listening. I will see you guys maybe before next week, but at the latest next week with a new episode. Hope you all have a great day, night, year, month, whatever. This is Your Friend Dan. The birds chirping, the sun shines out.